Well, Lynn, match week, it's a huge game going into the weekend. How are you feeling going into this weekend?
Yeah, look, we're feeling really refreshed. The 2 week break that we had was needed. Um, International players were mentally tired as well, physically tired. So, look, we give them a complete week off, and we've had 2 weeks now going fully fresh, building into this Bristol game, and we know how important these next 4 games are.
Yeah, and two teams at the top of the league. You know, if you're a player, these are the games you want to be involved in, aren't you?
Yeah, definite. And at the moment, you can see that there's currently 5 teams competing in that top 4. We want to be in that top 4, but we definitely want to be aiming for that 1 or 2 spots and get that home semi-final, which is going to be big for us. So look, big focus on this weekend, and it's a rerun of last year's final. So local derby, rerun of the final, and playing at Kingsholm. Doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, and in the context of this season, obviously after taking a couple of losses, this is going to be a huge game in terms of, generating momentum going into the rest of the season.
Yeah, it is. Look, momentum's huge in sport. Everybody talks about it, and we want to really be building going into these next 3 games after Bristol, building that momentum, and they'll be in the same boat as well. So, look, we know how tough this Saturday is going to be. They're a side who like to keep ball. They want to be playing into those edges, and we know their threats. They got some real good threats there, and so we're really fully focused on Bristol this weekend.
And Sarah Beckett and Mia Venner back in the mix for selection this weekend. There's some big names to come back in, isn't it?
Yeah, definite. You just see these girls in the training environment for the last 2 weeks. It's been great to see, and that's what we want, is making sure that these players, we know the game of rugby, there are going to be injuries, but the impact these players are going to have when they're coming back into our squad is going to be massive for us going into these games.
We've just come off the back of a few weekends off, after a pretty busy first 6 weeks of the season, and international rugby before that as well. That was a welcome break, wasn't it?
Yeah, very welcomed. The break was massive for us. Like I said, we had mentally, everybody was tired, and physically very, very tired as well. So everybody had a bit of a week off, some downtime to make sure we can recharge our batteries, and the energy that we're going to be bringing into these next 4 weeks, going into that Christmas period, is huge for us.
Yeah, and some great news for us over the weekend, having Maud and Zoe and Alex named in the Dream Team of the Year. As a head coach, you must be delighted to see that.
Yeah, I think that just everybody are from the club. We're super proud of these girls. Alex being nominated 3 times, World Player of the Year. Zoe, super impressive, being in there 4 times, 4 consecutive times. And then, you're looking at someone like Maud Muir, who's taken her opportunity in the club game, her confidence from playing in club rugby, going into the international arena, just been in the shadows of Sarah Byrne, and Sarah Byrne had some injuries, and Maud Muir has taken those opportunities, and it's really great to see.
Yeah, and for us, just back to GH now, it's been a pretty testing start to the season, picking up a couple of losses, but, having just looked back at the last couple of months, how are you reflecting on our opening rounds?
Yeah, look, I think that if you're looking at the opening rounds, that win against Harlequins away, Harlequins look as if they're in some fine form. They had a cracking win on the weekend against Saracens at Saracens. Tough place to go. So that was the big win for us when we had a young squad there as well. Look, we played Exeter here. The last time we actually played at Kingsholm was against Exeter with that loss. And we've grown. Our youngsters have matured massively from that. And then we went to Saracens away, and we lost there. It's a tough place to go. And that last 20 minutes, they built momentum, and they come away with them points. So, look, we've learned lots from that. And we know now consistently we're going to keep this squad together and building into these next 4 games.
Yeah, you mentioned Quinn's away win at Sarries there. They've won away at Bristol as well. It certainly seems like the season is a bit more open this year.
Yeah, I think it's great to see, and you're looking at currently 5 teams going into that top four team, and Loughborough are chasing the heels of everyone, and we know we got Loughborough after Bristol, so fully focused on the Bristol game. But it's great for the league to be seeing how competitive now this league is.
Yeah, and of course this weekend it's a repeat of the final. Be the first time we played them in the league since that day. How much learnings and experience are we going to take from that day and apply to this weekend?
Yeah, look, I think we take a lot of learnings when we play against Bristol. Like I said, they're a very good side. They like to keep the ball in hand really, really well, and they've got some real pace out in those wide channels. So, yeah, look, we're excited, and we know it's going to be a challenge for us defensively, and we get excited about that. And but our attack, we really want to be focusing on our attack going into this week.
Yeah, and playing at Kingsholm as well, that always helps us massively, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I said, Kingsholm, local derby, on a Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock. It doesn't get better. Very, very excited.
Thanks, Andy. Good luck.
Thank you.